fantastic. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Good.
Nice to see you, Scott. That was a surprise.
How are you?
So Glenn mentioned looking at the original film and the atmosphere of kind of that 70s American cinema and that style of it. With both of you having been in films like The Entity, like The Ninth Configuration, do you see this as cut from a similar cloth and atmosphere in filmmaking style?
Well, you understand we haven't seen the films yet. We haven't seen the series.
Oh, okay.
So all we have are the scripts and our subjective experiences doing the scenes that we're in. So I can't really comment about the style so much other than what I'm told and the feeling I get from the scripts. But I think this is very contemporary. I mean, I think the 70s film is the background. And this is the evolution from there into modern day, into, because it deals a lot with people in these factions that are oppositional to Damien, that want him, that want him as their own, that want to kill him, or want to absorb him, or want to know him, or whatever they want. But there are all these forces reflected in our contemporary society that my character is trying to protect him from.
I wanted to ask you about your character because it sounds like she's trying to kind of bring out the Antichrist in Damien. And I'm wondering, does she see that as being evil triumphing, or does she see evil as being sort of misunderstood? Or is she,
Go on.
Does she sort of feel like what she's doing is good? Or how does that work?
Yes.
Tell us more.
The thing that's intriguing to me about the character is all of the above, because I don't want to really say or limit why she's doing what she's doing, but I have to just say it's completely complex. It is protective, for sure, but it's a lot of other things. She's very powerful, so with that kind of automatically, I think, wields a certain kind of warpedness that's present in her, but there's a lot of other things that hopefully aren't so obvious.
So are you still filming, or you're done with
We're filming.
Oh, you're
How does having a working relationship with Glenn kind of or an existing working relationship with Glenn transition into this piece? Like, does it give you a little bit more flexibility in the things on the script, or do you kind of just stick
It
to
let
that?
me know that I would enjoy working on this, and I do, because I enjoyed working with him the last time we worked together. He's a wonderful writer, showrunner. He has some great writers on this show. He had great writers on the last show too. I think it's interesting, the forces of good and evil, and of course this leans to the direction of the more darker side of good and evil. I guess that seems to be what The Omen was about. I think it's dealing more with that here. You mentioned the Ninth Configuration earlier. That was talking more about, I think, the existence of a God. This is more about the existence maybe of his counterpart.
But one needs the other.
Right.
People could say that the Antichrist is fulfilling God's plan,
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
falling angel.
Yeah.
Falling
but the apocalypse, Christ coming back, taking people to heaven, can't happen without the Antichrist. So
It's
one
very.
could, yeah.
No, it's very. I have so much respect for her, and I love working with her so much. It's really great.
We love each other.
Yeah.
We were in the right stuff together a lot of years ago.
But I have loved your work even before that, and continue to. But I mean, you look back at that last scene of The Omen, where Damien turns around and looks back at the camera, and you say, "Ooh, bad stuff is coming." I mean,
But he's blanked out his past. All of these years, that's how he got through the years, was by not remembering. And this is the moment in time. In the Christ story, this is when Christ took his mantle when he was 30 and was crucified when he was 33, around then, I think. Same here. It's time to take the mantle. And so it'd be as if you were told right now that you were the Antichrist. What do you do with this information? And it's about the good and evil in all of us. You know, it's a fight between that in all of us, I think. We have chances to express either one in our lives. And so I think Damien actually would be an appealing character to people in terms of the battle he has.
And then do we get any of your backstory? Do we know how you...
I don't, I think it's more I inhabit it. They might get some details. They do get some details, but pretty much she's
She's a person of mystery.
but she's been in the shadows his whole life. She's been his protector in his whole life, and is now stepped out of the shadows.
Okay, I have to ask this because I saw this earlier. Are you guys aware of the counter protest to the religious groups outside that was for Damien earlier today?
That they were doing what?
There was a counter protest by Damien people to the religious groups that are outside protesting Comic-Con.
There's a religious group protesting Comic Con.
And then there was
On
an
what basis?
anti-counter
Damien
protest.
protest.
And then
There
there's,
were
Yeah.
oh, that's
some
nice.
folks walking around with
So
sandwich
they're the
boards
two.
with Damien's name.
See, there it is right there.
Okay, completely different question for you. Obviously, a lot of people know you really well from Once Upon a Time. How separate is your character now from Cora?
Oh, so different. So different. I mean, they both definitely taste the dark side, but that's about it. It's not I hope no resemblance. It doesn't feel the same at all.
Is Damien gonna gain power through politics or through being like a corporate leader at all in this, or are we gonna see him exercising power that way?
We don't know.
Good question.
We don't know. I'm reading the script. I read a script last night, the number 9 of the 10, and I'm reading like this, like an audience member, because I don't know what's coming. He's been so wild with these scripts, and they're coming together into this crescendo right now that I'm like an audience member. I'm reading it on that level, and it's a lot of fun. So the big answer is I don't know any more than you do, really, where it's headed, which is great.
Are you enjoying the miniseries style format of filming and getting prepped for that?
Yeah, I think it's great because you have time to really concentrate. They have time to hone the scripts and really create something with a beginning, middle, and end, which is a whole season of, without it getting...
Scott, we know that Barbara's character is going to be supporting Damien. What can you tell us about your character and what side of the religious battle he'll be on?
He's known him since a young boy. He has also had a hand in his development by turning him over to people, sending him to school, taking care of his finances in a way.
We're partners.
So, yeah, they're kind of partners who maybe are
Frenemies?
frenemies, yeah. We're kind of frenemies, but
It's complex.
yeah, it's a complex, interesting relationship. And I have no idea where it's going.
No, but we have fun. We did a scene the other night, and we were both so kind of giddy getting to. We love this scene, and to get to have material that you get excited about that way, is wonderful. And you get to act with each other, And Bradley is incredible.
Yeah.
Where are you shooting?
Toronto. Takes place in New York.
Were both of you fans of the original Omen movie coming into it, of the franchise?
Yes.
Not the franchise. I mean, I haven't seen the other ones. This doesn't relate to the franchise, by the way. It's just relating just to the original film.
To the original.
Sequel to the original?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's good, though. That's a good foundation.
Yeah.
And I worked with Lee Remick later after having seen that film. She was terrific too.
And I got to wear a costume she wore. I saw her name in the label of it.
So yeah.
Will you do any? So you said you were shooting in Toronto, but will you do any like backdrop scenes in New York itself, or just strictly?
I don't think so. At least not at this point. Not this season. Be nice if they did, but
So are they? Do you know if they're announcing the premiere date, or have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything.
Just next year. Sometime.
I would like to know.
Maybe at the panel.
Yeah, maybe I'll find out something today.
Guess what, guys?
That would be nice.
Outside of, I guess, Damien's concern and struggle with inevitability, being he blacked out things, do you think this is much a story about trauma as it is about religious existence and such?
You know, you're probably right, though I had not thought about it that way, but that's really astute. I think it is. Because definitely, I mean, what he goes through in the season can be called trauma.
It opens up a really profound question, and that's dealing with evil, doesn't it? I mean, that's what you think of when you think of the Omen, or you think of Damien, you think of the potential for evil and harm. So it's I think the people that watch this are going to be very surprised, and it's going to open up areas of thought for them that maybe they're not expecting.
But there are provocative ideas. For instance, that Lucifer is Latin for bringer of light. The snake in the Adam and Eve story brought knowledge. So some could argue that the Antichrist is bringing on an era of enlightenment. That we're really dealing in our modern world we're actually quite in darkness. And the bringer of light, if we were open to it, instead of the definitions, the fearful definitions we put on it, could actually lead us in places of revelation and knowledge. Interesting ideas.
Very interesting.
Might
Yeah.
be a concept that a lot of people would have a different opinion on.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much. Really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.